Alright guys, I got another trade recap for you today. This was from yesterday, Friday, July 11th. And I took two trades yesterday, ended up making around 294 on the day. So let's just get straight into it. So on the higher time frames, I definitely had a bullish bias because we did end up forming a 1 hour SMT on NASDAQ and ES. You see ES came down to sweep out Asia lows during London, whereas um, NQ failed to. So definitely kind of confirmed my bias for the day. So what I was looking for was either a CISD or inverse fair value gap or break a structure. Those are really my bread and butter for the lower time frames. So yeah, you see here if we scale down to the lower time frame, I'm gonna go down to the 3 minute actually. You see pretty much right off market open or within the first 15 minutes, we did end up coming up inversing this gap, and that was pretty much what I wanted to see. However, I didn't see that we actually came down to retrace before we went up. And so originally I was waiting for a deeper retracement into this gap. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I got a little bit of FOMO because the market was absolutely printing. So I did end up entering off of this 2 minute retest into this fair value gap right here. And yeah, it did end up playing out pretty well. Unfortunately, I did get stopped at break even. This was my break even level right here at the top of this, I guess you call it higher time frame gap. Yeah, it was really like right here, but barely tapped it. So I did end up setting to break even, and unfortunately, I did get stopped out in the first trade. But we did end up coming into this 5 minute gap, and this was, like I said, what I wanted to see originally. And so after we came into that, I waited for a lower time frame inverse gap, and we did end up getting that on the 3 minute. So I entered solely off that break of structure, or not break of structure. So I entered solely off that inverse fair value gap. So entered here, had my stops a little bit lower than this actually. Let's see if I can edit this. They were more like right here. Um, Pretty much almost got stopped out, and this was a very long trade, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I actually ended up taking profits like right here. Um, so yeah, really not a bad trade at all. But what I've learned from this was that I should have waited for that deeper retracement because most of the time market usually comes down to a trace into that level before we see a move back up. So yeah, like I said, I re-entered there. I did not end up targeting my original draw on liquidity simply because this trade was chopping, and I wasn't sure where we were going to go because we were also in this major 1 hour bearish fair value gap. So I was just willing to take my profits at that break even level that I set previously. And as you can see, we did end up banking. Yeah, I took my profits right here. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Pretty simple trade recap. I'm going to go into next week with a good mindset. And I hope you guys have a good trading week next week. And yeah, I will see you next week.